my channel. My name is Mike. Please subscribe and like my channel if you could, and definitely keep my channel growing and keep it going. Today I want to talk about my top 10 primetime games of the 2026 season. Um, it's my opinion on my top 10 primetime games. Let's get right into it. First of all, the number 10 um, pick of primetime games is in week one. We got the Super Bowl rematch. The New England Patriots go to Seattle and play the Seahawks. I think this is going to be a great game now that the Patriots have AJ Brown. I think that's going to make a big difference for me. Seattle lost a few players. Kenneth Walker, their edge rusher, Mafe. So we see what happens, guys. It should be a great game. But with Seattle at home, putting up that Super Bowl banner probably, it's going to be crazy. But that's week one games, so guys. So we knock it off right off the bat. But I think it should be a great game. All right, my number 9 ranked um, primetime game is all the way in week 17, which would be the Ravens at the Bengals with Trey Henderson now with the Ravens. Should be a great game. As long as the team stay healthy. Like I said, this is week 17, so the Bengals are known for a lot of injuries and all. So it should be a great game, though. The Ravens at the Bengals. I'll probably give the edge to the Ravens. Like I said, you never know about the injuries, but we'll see what happens. My number eighth ranked primetime matchup of the season is in week 2. And we got Detroit Lions at the Buffalo Bills. Great for the Lions to get in there before that weather comes, right? I think this should be a great game. I don't know. This is a toss-up for me, guys. I'm not sure who I would pick in this. Like I said, we let the season start and see about injuries. Injuries always plays a big role in the matchups and shit. So we'll see what happens. But I'll probably give the edge, maybe leaning towards a little bit to Buffalo just because they're at home. But yeah, so that should be a great matchup. Week 2. It's a Thursday night game too. So that should be great. My number 7 primetime matchup of the season is in week 13. The Texans at the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are that great, guys. Just my opinion. I think the Texans should handle this one pretty good. I just think Aaron Rodgers probably should have retired a couple seasons ago. He's just hanging on, and I get it, man. It's in your blood. It's in your blood. You don't want to give it up, but I think it's time for him to go ahead and hang him up. But like I said, he should have done it a couple seasons ago. But it is what it is. I get the edge to the Texans. That defense, man. That defense is going to be tough. Yeah. So that's for my 7th ranked matchup of the season. My 6th primetime matchup is the Broncos and the Chiefs. And this is week 1, guys. The Broncos travel to Kansas City. We're going to see if Kansas City's last year was a fluke or is it something, that's ongoing. They going to start this rebuild process in Kansas City. Everybody knows about Denver's defense. They got a great coach. I'm going to just by what happened last year and Mahomes coming off that ACL, and I'm going to have to get the edge to the Broncos. I mean, You got to until Kansas City proves that last year was a fluke, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, my number 5 primetime matchup of the week is in week 4. We got the Falcons at the Saints. This is a divisional game, so this is always, you know, always a close game. Um, both teams wasn't that great last year. And I don't know if the Saints are going to re-sign Kamara. So this is a toss-up for me, guys. I'm just going to go with the Falcons. The young quarterback. I think they're just going to get it done in New Orleans. My number 4 primetime matchup of the season is Week 8. You got the Bears at the Seahawks. Now, we see how Caleb Williams does against a great defense, even though Seattle did lose a few players, more in the back end than they did in the defensive line. But we'll see how Caleb does. He should progress even more. He should be even better. But yeah, we'll see how Donald holds up. We'll see if last year was a fluke, which I think it was a fluke. I think last year was a fluke. I really do. I just think all the moons, the stars, and everything aligned for the Seahawks, and they just got it done. But like I said, it's week 8, and injuries could play roles in both teams. But being in Seattle, man, Seattle's hard to win, hard to beat Seattle in Seattle. So I give the edge to the Seahawks. All right, guys, let's go to my number 3 ranked primetime game of the year, and it starts at week 1. First game of the season, guys. Thursday night game. My boys, the Niners at the Rams. This is going to be tough, guys. I mean, it's in Seattle, so technically we're not at the Rams, so, it's in Australia. So we'll see what the 49ers got for new signee of the Rams, Garrett. He's a beast, and if Donald comes back, it's going to be hard. If Aaron Donald comes back for the Rams out of retirement and they stay healthy, they're going to win the Super Bowl. That's my Super Bowl pick. I'm calling it right now. Season ain't even started. OTAs just started, and I'm calling it. If Aaron Donald comes out of retirement, the LA Rams will win the Super Bowl if they stay healthy. Period. So I'm curious on how Mike Evans is going to do for the Niners. I think him and Purdy is going to be pretty good together. We need to stay healthy. Period. Just need to stay healthy. It's going to be a great game. It's a divisional game. It's always close. I'm going to give the edge to my boys, the Niners. I'm just going to give it to them. I think they're going to have something for Garrett. They're going to protect Purdy, and they get it done. So I'm going to go with the Niners. My number 2 ranked all primetime game for the season is in week 12, guys. And you got to think about the weather. Week 12, November 26th is Thanksgiving, boys. The Chiefs at the Bills. We got it again. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Woo, it's going to be a great game, guys. And a lot will be snowing in Buffalo. Who knows? You got to think about both quarterbacks coming off an injury. Allen had surgically repaired foot. Mahomes had his knee. So we'll see what happens, guys. It should be a great game. It depends on, like I said, injuries play a big role. But I'm going to give the nod to Buffalo because they're at home and they're out there in the weather. And guys, but my number 1 prime time matchup of the season is going to be in week 16, and it could be the division winner, and the number 1 seed is the Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's got a tough schedule this year. like I said, this could be for #1 seed and the winner of the division. So this should be a great. Both teams stay healthy. It should be a great game. I'll give the edge to the Rams just because of Myles Garrett, and like I said, the uh, the talk about Aaron Donald coming out of retirement. I'm telling you, if Aaron Donald comes out, it's going to be hell to pay for the rest of the league, guys. It's going to be hell to pay. All right, guys. Well, that's my top 10 picks, primetime games of the season. Um, Please subscribe and like my channel. Leave some comments in the comment section. Tell me who your favorite team is, who you think's going to win the Super Bowl. I know it's early, but just leave some comments, guys, and let's talk about it. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.